Alright, so I'm going to be continuing making the game. Uh, so today's goal is to make a game object that can manipulate gravity. It's going to be like a simple sprite. Actually, let's not do that. I'm going to use one of the sprites that I made earlier. Uh, Sprites. Guess we'll just make it a square. Okay. Select the sprite that I made. This one. Let's call it grab up. Save that. Let's move it around. Just to around here. Uh, 0.5. Give it a box collider 2D. Let's see whether it's correctly aligned the collider, since it's not necessarily always the case. Make it as trigger. Now I've already created a script, so I'll add that. Like, I haven't written anything in it. I've just made the script. It's currently empty. Let's open it up. It's already open actually. Let's see. It needs a few variables, one of them being just having a grab manager. So grab manager, then public int grab. Let's make it 0 as default. So this variable will be this object's gravity field. So this will be what will determine which side the gravity changes to when the player touches this object. Let's make a function, a public void grab change, and we just do grab manager dot grab equals grab. That's just about it. Let's do an on trigger enter 2D. Oh, whoops. Not sure what happened there. I think I accidentally pressed delete. Now, before we continue, let's make sure that only the player can interact with the object, since there will be some other objects in the game potentially. Let's click on player, give it a player tag. We can keep the regular layer. If collision dot tag equals player, we then do grab changer here. Grab changer. Yep. That should be it. Go back to the game. We click on grab up. Up is 1. Another thing, I'll just copy paste the find objects of type scripts here. Would have probably been faster, I guess, to just write it. Or maybe it'll take would have taken the same time. Earlier, I was looking at my YouTube analytics and I saw that I had a bunch of views for my first stream, which is kind of funny. I mean, it was just 3 views, but interesting. Let's actually play the game. So I think I might increase the gravity multiplier since the player is really floaty currently. But yep. So yeah, as you can see, it's working pretty nicely now. And you can go upside down. Interestingly enough, you can like bounce off of it. Hmm. Hmm. And that can be easily. I'll add a tag, call it just call it grav changer. Give that tag to this object. Go back to our player script, player world detector. More specifically, if add this to is collision dot tag is not equal to grav changer, and then oops, then detector equals true. Should technically fix it. And we'll yep. Now it's not getting stuck there. I do want to change a few things. While we're here, I'll convert this since I don't think I'm using this anymore. Change that to the let's call it like vertical multiplier or wall mul, and make it the basically the variable used for wall jumping and just sliding down walls. Let's make it default to 5. Over here, minus wall mul, wall mul, minus wall mul, then wall mul. Yeah, looks correct. Go back to the game, click on player, normal gets set to 5. That's a bit too fast. Previously it was 1, which was what this was. Let's set it to 2. Hmm. 2 seems still a bit fast, but it's pretty good. 1's just a bit slow, I find. Especially if you do something like this. I guess 1.5 is a good amount. 1.5. I'll make the default 1.5 as well. Let's see, gravity orb now. Let's actually create some prefabs while we're at it. Make a prefab folder here. Let's call it prefabs. So give me one prefab. of a player prefab. It's pretty much done. Grab up, D, grab down, is 0, change the sprite to down, make that grab down, original prefab, let's remove it, left, make this 2, yeah, left, original prefab, and obviously the same for right. Change the sprite to right. There we go. Prefab. Now we have all the directions. Down should be 0, up should be 1. Left is 2, right is that. I'm not sure what that was appearing on stream, but I basically just made these and modified the graph into here. Let's copy this and paste it here. Yeah, that's correct. Since it didn't take that long, let's animate it as well. Add it, add an animation, create assets, get a new folder, call it animations. Oops. Blue, grab up. Let's focus on this. Let's record. Property, sprite render, sprite add. And a few seconds later, change the sprite to slightly modified one. Then it's not a few seconds later, but like a few frames later, and then same all the way through. Yeah, that looks like it's rotating. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. Yep. Right. Save that. Then animator entry grab up. Perfect. Yeah, that looks great. I might remove the red background later on, or slightly modify it, but it does look pretty slick. I hadn't tested this, even though I made it, I hadn't really tested it, so I'm pretty happy with the work. Since we're at it, let's just the same, like grab down, add properties, sprite render, sprite. Here we add this one, and this, and this, and then finally, yep, that's correct. There we go. Save. Animator is that. Got the animator object. Perfect. Let's do grab left next. Animation. Create. Grab left. Once again, record. Sorry, I just wanted to check what that was covering the screen or not, since I forgot to do it previously. Properties sprite render sprite. Go up to 15 frames. Change the sprite. Sprite again. Oh, whoops. What just happened there? Change sprite back to this. And that's right. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. I think I selected the wrong sprite here. This one. What? Is selecting the correct one. Let's turn these off. I'm not sure what the issue was there. For some reason, it was just showing a different game object. Pretty random. Grab right. Create a grab right animation. Call it grab right. That. Have properties right. Render is right. 15 frames. The next one. Next sprite. And I think we're done here. Perfect. Let's turn these back on. Select all of them. Overrides. Apply all. Remove these. Go back to the game. Yep, the animation looks pretty nice. Once again, we have the object. And the scripts work perfectly fine too. Since we're at it, let's actually rename the scene to level 1. Oops. 1. I used to use an authority keyboard, so I'm used to often pressing shift to get numbers. Yeah. So 1. Let's copy these. Let's copy this entire thing and make a level 2. Or I guess I could copy this. So level 2. Change that. So level 1 I want to end around here. Then I want the level 2 to start around here as well. So effectively it'll immediately load the next level and you start at the same point. I believe Unity has this thing where you can remove objects, like keep objects from the previous scene and remove the object if it's present in the new scene. In like the loading functions, I'll use that to maintain the player in the same position as the previous level, like where it ended. But yeah, in the meantime, let's just design level 2. I mentioned in a previous stream that these are all based off of like a game I made in the past. So because of that, I have a general idea of what to do for the first few levels, since the original game was like not too long. But yeah, not sure what to do after those. I need to make some more sprites as well for something or the other. That's right. I also want to talk about how I did that. It's pretty simple. Once you create a grid, you can click on the tile map. You'll see, oh, whoops, I like to have it zoomed in. A tile palette function here, something like that. You can play open tile palette. You can create new, and then if you have made any sprites, you can just quickly add those to this, like right here and right there. And yeah, then you can just click on the brush. So for example, you can click on as many tiles as you want. So the reason why I want to add this here is so I could fill in these type of corners. Yeah, that's about it, and they look pretty nice. I just want to add a few loading platforms. Let's try something out. It's always a good idea to test the levels while you're making them. So you start here. I want to see if I can like jump. You can. It's a bit like just enough. I'm not sure if that's a good idea to have. So let's turn that off. Let's go. I think I'm gonna go with, but still do a second level, so I'll make it a bit easier. Can jump about 3 blocks high, it seems. So I think having yep, objects like that makes sense. I have to level and be around here. Suppose I'll attach it to this part. So look and level. I think I might make some sprites to have like ends, and potentially for something like this. Just like an empty black object or empty white box with like corners. I'll do that off stream. Using a sprite, which is what I use to make these. I can probably just edit it directly through this. But for now, I think something like this will be the first level. And a thing here. I think this should be possible. So you can jump up here, jump up there. Oh, that's a bit tough. That might be a bit too much as well. The others are fine. So this and that. Erase this part. Oops. Eraser. Erase that. Wrap 4 of these. Make it a bit lower. Erase that. Go back to brush. Move it a bit here. Erase this as well. And lower it. Then I think I'll erase this and move it a bit to the left. Yep. Let's give it a go. It's like random platforms type of levels. You can technically, I guess, skip through there. Oh, that's mean. But you can technically skip up here too, so I think that's reasonable. Hmm. Yeah, that's scary. I guess I also don't have coyote time. Should add that. Yep, definitely need coyote time. Ah, yeah, that's mean. I'll remove that and potentially move that platform to the left instead. Four. Whoops. Zero. Yep. And I'll move this. Like there and move this up here. Hmm. Kind of want to have a bait platform here, I guess. Although I think you could still make it. Maybe I'll increase the jump height. Just one. Let's see if this feels better. Yeah. It's like just enough to make these. I think that's a good jump height to have. You can also skip the entire thing, I guess, if you go there. So I might remove that. The wall jump's a bit too strong now. So there's still some fine tuning with the movement, I guess. Hmm. It's pretty good. Some goals before next stream would be to make new sprites, and then something for next stream would be to have a level loading mechanism. I have like an end goal for each levels. I'll make a sprite for that as well. Alright, that's about it. Bye bye. Have a nice day.